we have recently gone through a pandemic, which have greatly impacted many aspects of our life. But some behaviors have stayed the same. Can you see any relevant differences in gym goers pre-COVID versus post-COVID? Any significant changes when it comes to retention, especially?
We a lot of the data we've been looking at post-COVID is doing comparisons for businesses, because they came out of, many businesses around the world were in lockdown mode for months and sometimes almost years. And when they restarted their business, their focus was on, let's get everything back up and running, let's get our sales machine working, and let's just get back to and start to recover some of the money we've lost. Now what's happening is operators are saying, okay, well, we're up and running, but things aren't quite the same, and we need to understand what's slightly different. And the research we've been doing for a lot of our clients is looking at pre and post pandemic data. So what were the behaviours of the members were before COVID, what the members have been since, and how that's affecting their business. And perhaps the biggest thing that we've seen is that in countries, obviously, where there were long periods of lockdowns, the sleepers that they had who were paying but not visiting have gone, and they've probably gone for good. We're not going to ever recover them. In fact, I say to my clients, you lost them before the pandemic, they just happened to keep paying. But one of the things we've seen a lot of is the overall length of membership has become shorter. So some businesses we looked at, and I'll give the example of one in the States because I can remember that, the average length of stay for their members was about 17 months. Post-pandemic, it's around 9 months. So while they're selling at the same rate, the total volume of revenue they get from each member has decreased by about 8 months, and that's a significant amount of revenue. Now, obviously, you can make that up by selling to another person, but actually, long term, it does show on the bottom line in terms of, well, we've got the same number of members, but actually we're making less money from each one. And I think that's the biggest thing we've seen, and we're yet to understand fully why these memberships are shorter. I think people are just a little more, I don't know, they just want to try more things more frequently and different things, because the pandemic certainly stopped us from doing a lot of things.
Of course, I think a lot of people also are prioritizing differently. As you said with the sleepers, now people actually see the value of their spending much more than before.
And I think also the other thing we've seen with some of our clients is that their customers, their members, are choosing to spend their money. They might be spending the same amount on their health and fitness, but they're spending it in different places. So they might have a low-cost membership that they use and pay for monthly, but they also might visit boutiques occasionally, or they're doing other activities. So the term we've stolen from someone else, and I can't remember where I stole it from, is share of wallet. In the past, all the money for fitness went into one facility. Now it goes into multiple places. And that includes, I think, a little bit more outdoor exercise or general activity.
So people are more into experiences rather than routines nowadays.
And I think I think it becomes important for the operator to understand that, because if they just think that people will come because we have, a nice building and nice equipment, I think that gets a little tiring now more quickly than it did in the past. And so we have to make sure that when people do visit, and that's one of the key factors for retention, is that we make sure that each and every visit has some level of value. Otherwise, if it becomes mundane and routine, people will search and look for other things to excite them.
We have shorter attention span.
Most definitely.